Have you ever wondered why your dog insists on crawling under the blanket and pressing up against you every night? Is it just an adorable habit, or is there a deeper, emotional message you've never noticed? In the next 30 seconds, I'll reveal the reason that's brought millions to tears, the real reason your dog chooses to sleep beside you every night. And the last part might just change the way you look at your furry friend forever. You think your dog sleeps next to you just because the bed is comfy? The truth might bring you to tears. Many dog owners allow their pets to sleep with them every night. But have you ever paused to truly ask, why do they do that? Is it just a habit, or could it be a whole world of emotion that we, as humans, have yet to fully understand? If one night, your dog suddenly stopped curling up beside you, would you feel an emptiness? In the next few minutes, I'll take you on a deeply emotional journey to uncover the 10 most heartfelt reasons why dogs choose to sleep beside us when night falls, and reveal 7 sleeping positions that carry touching truths you never saw coming. And most of all, the final reason might just bring you to tears. 76% of dog owners let their dogs sleep in bed with them every night. But have you ever wondered, why do they really do it? And should you be concerned if one day they stop? In this video, we'll uncover 10 emotional reasons and 7 sleeping positions that reveal the hidden language of a dog's heart. And the last one might change the way you love your dog forever. If you've ever woken up in the middle of the night and found your dog lying quietly beside you, no noise, no demands, just there, then you know just how precious that peaceful feeling is. And if those small moments make you smile, hit subscribe to this channel. Every week, we share deep and touching stories about the most loyal 4-legged friends on earth. If you've ever held your dog as you fell asleep and felt like you were hugging an angel, then this channel is for you. Subscribe and join us in exploring the hearts of these silent companions who speak with love, not words. Because your bed is softer, but you are warmer than any blanket. You might have spent hundreds of dollars on a fancy dog bed, soft, supportive, even orthopedic. But then what happens? Every night, your dog still quietly jumps onto your bed and curls up under the covers. Not because your bed is more comfortable, but because where you are is where comfort truly lives. Did you know that a dog's nose is thousands of times more sensitive than ours? To them, the world isn't seen through their eyes, it's felt through scent. And out of the thousands of smells out there, nothing brings them more comfort than your scent. The smell of your hair, your skin, the clothes you wear every day, things you might not think twice about, are actually the strongest signals of safety to your dog. It's like being wrapped in a sun-warmed blanket from childhood, warm, safe, and comforting for no reason other than simply being there. That's why when your dog lies next to you, they're not just sleeping, they're being soothed on a deep, emotional level. Every breath you take, every shift you make in the night, it all sends the same message. I'm here with you. And here's what's even more special. Your scent doesn't just calm them at night. It helps them get through anxious moments during the day too. But that's not all. There's one more reason dogs curl up beside you as if it's instinctual. It's because to them, you are family. In the wild, no wolf sleeps alone. They sleep in packs, huddled close to stay warm and to protect each other from danger. That instinct still lives in your little dog today. When your dog chooses to sleep next to you, it's not just an adorable behavior. It's a call from deep within their bloodline. You are family. You are their pack, the safest place they know. Dogs don't care who you are in the outside world. They don't care if you're tired, messy, or successful. To them, you are their alpha, their home. And when they close their eyes next to you, that's where primal instinct meets unconditional love. And you know what? Where there is family, there is the most peaceful kind of sleep. But sometimes, their reason for sleeping beside you isn't just instinct. It's a quiet need to feel safe in a world that often feels loud, chaotic, and overwhelming. Modern life is loud and chaotic, so much so that even we struggle to bear it sometimes. But for dogs, creatures far more sensitive than we are, every car horn, thunderclap, or even a small change in their environment can feel like a nightmare. And each night, as the world settles into silence, it's often when their worries and fears come flooding in. They can't tell you what they're afraid of, but they do know where they feel safe. Beside you, lying next to you, listening to the steady rhythm of your breath. That's the one thing that reassures them. Everything's going to be okay. No words needed. Your presence is the only magic they need. And that's why, on some nights, while you sleep peacefully, your little dog lies quietly beside you, trying to reclaim the sense of safety the world has taken from them. But sometimes, it's not just your dog who needs you. It's you who needs them more than ever. Have you ever noticed that on days when you're feeling unwell, even if you don't say a word, even if you try to act normal, your dog behaves differently? They lie closer. They play less. Their eyes follow your every small movement. It's not coincidence. It's intuition. Dogs can detect the tiniest changes in your scent. Changes that occur when you have a mild fever, a stomach ache, or even early signs of illness. And when they sense something's off, they don't fetch medicine or call a doctor. They do the one thing they know best. They stay beside you, quietly, gently, no noise, no demands, just to let you know. You don't have to go through it alone. It's not just care. It's pure love, the kind that doesn't need a single word to be understood. And sometimes, it's in those moments of weakness that you feel, more than ever, the unconditional love of a tiny soul who's always right there with you. Dogs aren't just pets, they're astonishingly empathetic companions. When you grow weak, when your heart feels heavy, when your mind spins with worry, that little dog quietly draws closer. Not to seek attention, but to stand guard. Have you noticed that on the days when you collapse into bed, drained, they don't curl up at your feet or nestle in a corner of the blanket? They press up against your chest, still and silent, like a soldier keeping watch. That's not coincidence. That's a protective instinct. In a dog's world, when a pack member is hurt or vulnerable, the others surround them, to shield and keep them warm. And you, the one they see as their only family. You deserve that same unconditional protection. So don't be surprised if one night you wake to find their round eyes still open. Because sometimes, while you sleep, a silent love is standing watch right beside you. Sometimes you don't cry, you don't complain, you don't say a word, but with just a single, slightly heavier sigh, a faster heartbeat, or a missing sparkle in your eyes, your dog already knows. They don't need words, just one trembling breath in the middle of the night, and they'll come closer, press their face to your hand, or simply lie next to you, doing nothing at all, no comforting, no coaxing, just being there, quiet, yet completely present. Because to dogs, your emotions are the strongest signal of all. And when you're hurting, they don't try to fix it. They simply choose to stay. Because sometimes, it's not advice or solutions that soothe a tired soul. It's silent companionship. And in that beautiful sensitivity, you realize something. Dogs don't need to be taught how to love. They're born already knowing, with all their heart. You don't have to say a word. You don't even have to sigh. Your dog still knows when something isn't right. They pick it up in ways you might not even notice yourself. A heavier step, a lifeless glance, a breath that feels just a little more weighed down than usual. And instead of running around or playing like they normally would, they simply stay, lying beside you, quietly, like a warm cushion filled with patience and unconditional care. You might not feel the effect right away, but just knowing that someone, even a small, silent soul, chooses to stay with you when you're not okay, not cheerful, not your full self, that in itself is a healing comfort stronger than most things. Dogs don't try to fix your mood. They don't need you to be happy. They just don't want you to be alone in your weariness. And sometimes, that's more than enough. There are things science takes decades to uncover. But dogs, they've known them since birth. One of those things is their ability to sense your heartbeat and slowly sync with it. Studies have shown that when a dog and their human sleep beside each other, their heartbeats can actually begin to match rhythm. Like two instruments playing the same melody. Each beat becomes a silent testimony to a bond too deep for words. Dogs don't sleep next to you just for warmth. They seek connection, something that we, as humans, often lose sight of in the rush of life. And somehow, these small, quiet beings remind us of the simplest truth. Love is about being close. It's about listening to the heartbeat, the breath, in silence. And one day, if you wake up and find your little dog no longer sleeping beside you, perhaps that, too, carries a meaning you've never considered before. Have you ever had a strange, quiet night, when you went to bed and your little dog wasn't there? At first, you panicked. Then came the sadness. And finally the question, do they still love me? Did I do something wrong? But friend, sometimes, it's not that they love you any less. It's because they believe you're okay now. Dogs are incredibly sensitive to human emotions and energy. When you're sad, anxious, or unsettled, they're always there, right beside you. But when you've truly returned to happiness, peace, and strength, they understand. My human doesn't need guarding tonight. I can sleep on my own for a bit. It's gentle. It's beautiful. Like a child finally letting go of their mother's hand to explore the world. Because they know the place they return to will always be love. So if one night, your dog doesn't curl up next to your pillow, don't be sad too quickly. Understand that it might be their silent gift to you. A sign that you're doing just fine. Many people think dogs sleep at their feet because there's no room. They were pushed away. Or simply, that's just what they like. But no. To a dog, sleeping at your feet is the spot of a guardian. It's close to the door. Near every possible source of danger. And whether they're big or small, dogs carry a strong instinct to protect. Lying at your feet is their silent way of standing guard all night long. So that if anything unusual happens, they're the first to know and act. That spot is also soaked in your scent after a long day. To us, it may smell like fatigue. But to your dog, it smells like family, like safety, like you. A dog that chooses to sleep at your feet every night isn't doing it because they're beneath you. They're doing it because they put you above all else. And if you think that was moving, just wait until we talk about when your dog turns their back to you in bed. Is it really rude like we assume? Or is there a hidden message in that gesture? It may sound a bit odd, but when a dog sleeps with their back turned toward you, it's actually one of the strongest signs of trust. In the dog world, turning your back means, I trust you. The rear is a vulnerable area. And exposing it means placing their safety completely in your hands. They don't need to keep their eyes on you. Because they already know, you would never harm them. In fact, through scent glands near their tail, they're subtly sending you a message. I'm yours, and I want you to know it. That kind of trust is pure. No drama, no words. Just a small, quiet, warm back, leaning into you with their whole heart. And sometimes, they don't just turn away. They press in, as if to say, let's face the world together. Which leads us to the next position you won't want to miss. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night and noticed your dog lying with their back gently pressed against yours? No face to face, no bumping heads, just back to back, a quiet way of saying, I'm here, and I trust you are too. In the wild, wolves often sleep back to share warmth and keep watch. One faces forward, the other watches behind. When your dog does this with you, it's their way of saying, I'll guard your back, you guard mine. This position doesn't just show trust. It creates a bond of quiet equality. Close, intimate, but never overwhelming. It's connection without words, just warmth and trust. So if one night, you feel a small body resting against your back, know that you're being quietly, lovingly protected by a friend who adores you in the gentlest way. Some nights, while you're fast asleep, you suddenly feel a soft weight settle onto your arm. It's your dog, gently laying their head there. No noise, no fuss, just lying still, in complete trust. Resting their head is something the vulnerable do when they seek shelter. It's the gesture of a small soul longing to feel safe. When your dog places their head on your arm, they're not just looking for comfort. They're saying, I'm tired, I just want to be here, with the one I love. Like a child resting in a mother's lap. This position holds both fragility and absolute security. And you, the one quietly holding them, are their safest place in the world. But there's a position even softer than this. One that will melt your heart with its closeness and warmth. The cuddle position, spooning. When your dog lies on their side, pressed against your back or belly, it's not just a random sleeping position. That's spooning, a silent embrace. Full of love. Spooning is how they seek absolute safety. Wrapped in your warmth, listening to the steady rhythm of your heartbeat, feeling the rise and fall of your breath through the blankets. To them, it's proof. You're still here, and the world is still okay. For dogs who've been hurt, abandoned, or neglected, spooning isn't just sleep. It's a quiet plea. Please, just one night where I don't have to be afraid. And you know what? Sometimes, in this hectic life, to be trusted enough by a tiny soul, to be held as they sleep, that might just be the greatest gift a dog owner could ever receive. So if one morning you wake up and find your dog curled up by your pillow, so close you can hear their gentle breath, it means you've touched the deepest level of trust in a four-legged heart. Have you ever woken up startled, only to find your dog lying right on your pillow, pressed close to your head? That space isn't big, it's not comfortable for them. And yet, they still choose it. Why? Because to them, the closer they're to your heart, the closer they feel to safety. They're willing to give up comfort, just to be near you. Sleeping by your head also means they're entrusting you with full alertness. In the canine world, the head is a sacred space, and lying there means they believe you'll stay watchful for them while they rest. It's more than trust, it's love, a love that's expressed through self-sacrifice, just to be a little bit closer to you. And then, there are the dogs that don't just lie beside you. They burrow under the blanket, nestling into your chest, as if returning to a place that feels ancient and utterly safe. Sometimes, you pull the blanket up and are startled to find something soft already there. Turns out, your dog snuck in without you noticing. The enclosed, warm, dark space under the covers brings them back to the comfort of a den from their ancestral days. Dogs once lived in burrows, closed, sheltered places that made them feel secure. And your blanket, infused with your breath, your scent, your warmth, feels just like a soft little nest filled with safety. When they crawl under it, they're seeking the purest sense of being protected. There's more. The gentle pressure of the blanket over their body mimics a hug, a wordless embrace that soothes their heart after a long day of stimulation. And if you ever feel something curled up against you in the middle of the night, congratulations. You've become the softest sanctuary for a loyal soul. But what if, one day, that blanket is empty? Does it mean your dog has stopped loving you? The answer might bring you peace. There are nights when you toss and turn, only to realize your little dog is no longer there beside you. The blanket lies flat, no warm body, no soft breathing, the sound you've grown so used to. It feels missing without it. Your first feeling is disappointment, then worry, then a quiet ache. But dear friend, don't be too quick to feel heartbroken. Because when a dog no longer sleeps right next to you, it doesn't always mean distance or detachment. Sometimes, it simply means they believe you no longer need their protection like before. Dogs retreat gently, silently, no resentment, no warning, like a night watchman who sees their person finally resting peacefully and decides it's okay to step back. It's their way of saying, I'm still here, but I know you're strong now, so I can rest, too. And if one day you feel that absence a little too deeply, just softly call their name, pat the bed, and you'll see, that love never really left. It simply stepped aside to make room for your peace and growth. You've just taken an emotional journey with your dog, not just with your mind, but with your heart. If there was a moment that brought tears to your eyes, or made you smile as you realized, so that's how my dog has always loved me, please share it in the comments below. Because every story is a thread, and when we weave those threads together, we create a tapestry of love for the most loyal souls on earth. Let this video be a place where you write down the words you've never said to your dog. A space where dog lovers can be comforted, understood, and inspired by one another. And if you think this message might touch someone you care about, don't hesitate to share it. Because who knows, just one video may be enough to earn one lucky dog an extra hug tonight.